are going to be discussing Cabin in the Sky by De La Soul. Cabin in the Sky is the ninth studio album by American hip-hop group De La Soul. It was released on November 21st, 2025. It is the group's first album since the death of Trugoy the Dove, who passed away in 2023. It features previously unreleased vocals from him. All right, Eric, your thoughts on this album by De La Soul?
This is obviously my first time listening to this group, and I gotta say, I haven't heard a hip hop album that I really liked on this podcast for a long time, like a new one.
Mm,
So, uh,
right.
definitely, and I had to ask our one fan that we always see occasionally pop online, Ben, because he's a huge hip hop guy. I had to ask him because when I was listening to the album, there's that whole tribute at the beginning. They're listing off all these artists, and at first I was like, "Holy shit! All these people are in this group. That's insane." And I know most of the names, and I'm like, "Wow, I didn't know that these guys are like maybe it was one of those super groups or something."
Right.
Um, but then I quickly learned that that's not the case at all, and then I was like, "Who the hell is this Dave guy?"
Mm,
And Ben educated me on it. So he's the guy that has passed on the album. So obviously he was in this group.
mm-hmm.
Once I heard that and I re-listened to the album again, it kind of hit a little differently for me, which was cool. But I thought it was fun. It was a nice, fun, uplifting hip hop album, and I really enjoyed it. Like just the grooves on it. I did think that the top half of the album was better than the bottom half. Um, but and I would say not even the full bottom. Like I would say probably the first leg of the bottom, and then the ending was I thought was pretty good too.
Mm.
But I don't know if it was just because they had 20 songs on this album,
Yeah, 70-minute
and
runtime.
yeah, and so maybe they should have, reduced that
Mm-hmm.
to maybe 15. Like they could have easily gotten away with a few songs, but
Yeah.
I quite enjoyed it. I thought it just felt like honest, old school, just vibes. Like it was
Mm-hmm.
just a vibe that it was happy. Like I was driving around with this on, and I was like, I feel good. Like I feel really good. You know?
Yeah, yeah. I think that was the intention. But like going back to that opening track, I was listening to it. I was just like, this is such a good opener to an album. Doing a roll call of like
Hmm.
who is featured on this album, and just like setting you up to like this is the expectation. This is who you're gonna hear. And then when they
Hmm.
close that off with like they call for Dave, I'm just like, oh, that is so good. That's so
Hmm.
genius. Like they just calling for Dave and he's not there. It's just like this is like such a good intro to this album within
Hmm.
that context. But I think there's a lot of like parts on the album that do like that sort of effect. Even like the song after that, "You Don't Stop," the track 2, at the
Hmm.
end of it where they go, "Oh, this sounded sick, but it's in the wrong key," and then switches to the next song. I was like, that
Yeah.
is like an ingenious way to like transition between songs.
Absolutely. It's kind of like that human factor, right? Because
Yeah.
I just think that's cool too. Yeah,
Yeah,
because
it
it's
was
like, oh.
so good. And then I forget which song it was, but there was another song somewhere in the middle where the song starts slowing down and someone shouts like, "Hey, why is the music slowing down?" It's like, oh my
Mhm.
god, they thought of everything.
Yeah. No, it was really cool, and it was very interactive, which I thought was
Yeah.
neat
Yeah.
too. Which I don't feel like you have a hip hop album like this anymore.
Yeah, recent times, definitely in this style, this sort of like
Hmm.
neo soul type of just old school 90s hip hop feel, which is just like positive vibes type of thing. Like yeah, it's
Hmm.
there's not a lot of people still doing this type of hip hop. Um
Hmm.
and especially like the storytelling element of it, like this is just so good. Um to be honest though, like the one song that I thought I was going to hate, but then after repeat listens, I was like, this might be my favorite song on the album, Patty Cake.
Mm-hmm.
Because I was when I first listened, I'm like, oh, they're just taking a nursery rhyme and just like pl- like riffing off of that. But it started like the lyrics were just so ingenious, where they started incorporating other nursery rhymes into it, but like bringing it into like the real world. I was like,
Mm-hmm.
oh, this is like really like clever, like the wordplay that you've done on this.
I would definitely agree. I thought that was one of the weaker songs. However, I do agree. I thought that the lyrics were very clever and
Mm-hmm.
like yeah, like it just incorporating all those nursery rhymes in there and then relating it to like what's happening in real life. Like that was cool to
Yeah.
see. Definitely. I just didn't enjoy the song,
Yeah, the
but
song, I was like, I don't know if I like the song, but the lyrics were just like, oh, that's like really like witty. I just like really
mhm.
like that, like the wordplay there.
I think it's also because I'm listening to a lot of these kids songs on repeat lately, and
Right,
I'm just like, I can't, I
right.
can't do patty cake right now. Oh,
um, but yeah, I like, I don't know. It's just, I'm just surprised in 2025. You can still, there's still artists out there that are making this type of hip hop, which is like
mhm,
a real pleasant surprise. Because I think a lot of hip hop today is either going towards like just like really slow groovy like club music,
mhm,
or it's going like super hard with like social and political commentary, just like sort of like a Kendrick Lamar where it's like staccato-y and offbeat and all that
mhm,
stuff. This one just like grooved, just like a very like, I mean, it's very De La Soul, like this is typical of what their style is, but it
mhm.
just like grooved. A lot of the samples they use, like a lot of the Motown stuff, is just like perfectly in there.
Yeah,
It was so fun to listen to.
it was fun, and I just like hearing those like jazzy kind of like horn sections or like that they're
Yep.
taken from
Mm-hmm.
other songs and it I don't know, like if I had to put a label on hip hop, this is definitely my favorite style for sure.
Mm.
100%. I can listen to this all day long and just be happy. Like I was just happy listening to this. And but it's funny because like when you like you said, like when you listen to some of these songs, they kind of go back and forth to like obviously like the like you have the group and then they lost Dave. Sounds like he was a significant member to
Mm-hmm.
the group, right? So then it's like you're losing that, but then they're incorporating like little subtleties in the songs, which I thought was cool, and it's just a very humbling, honest, and just well rounded album. I found.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's really good. And like normally I would say most hip hop albums have too many features.
Mm-hmm.
This in this scenario, I thought it was appropriate just because you're down a member in the band. So you're trying to
Mm-hmm.
fill that void with like a different person each time on every song. So I was like, all right, I'm okay with like this many features on this album because it's you are definitely missing that third person in the band. Because like even when Q-Tip came in, I was like, oh my god, he sounds so good. And then when Nas came in on one of the songs, I was just when they hyped him up, just like out of the way, the God's coming in. I was just like, this is so cool. I love this.
Yeah, it was good, and for a 20 song album, it flowed really nicely.
Yeah,
Even though I did find that some of the song they could have gotten rid of and made it shorter, but
yeah.
it didn't have like a it just flowed smoothly within each other. Like you said, it was like this. It was almost like they were getting like I just pictured the stories like they're getting together with these features and then like they're creating this album. Like it sounded like they were just in the studio and they're like, all right, let's play the next song. And then like you said, like get out of the way. And they just didn't edit any of that stuff out, which I thought was cool.
Yeah, there was a lot of like world building, showmanship type of stuff in the music. Even like a quick 16 for Mama, the one with Killer Mike on it, where
Mhm.
like oh, everyone give me 16 bars, and Killer Mike comes in like, I could give you 32, and they're like, no, 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 keep it short and sweet. I was like, that's so cool.
Hmm. I know. It's awesome, you know.
Yeah. But yeah, the criticism, I do agree with you. I think it's a tad too long. I think it just like overstayed its welcome a little bit too long. Because at a 70-minute runtime, 20 tracks, it's a lot to digest. You could have probably weaned off some of the songs, some of the weaker songs on the album.
I can also see it too being 20 because obviously these guys are creating it also for their fans.
Yeah.
So I feel like every single Del Sol out or fan out there is going to be like, this album was awesome.
Oh
This
yeah.
was a great
Yeah.
like comeback, I guess, because I don't even know when their last album was, so I don't even know if it's a comeback. But
We could look that up. It's been a while, I think.
2016,
Okay.
it
Yeah.
was according to my Apple
Decent
here.
amount of time.
Hmm.
I'm just gonna double check that just in case. Yeah, 2016. Yeah. Uh all right, cool. Eric, final thoughts, ratings. What are you going to give Cabin in the Sky by De La Soul?
I would definitely recommend this album to people to listen to, especially if you like this style of hip hop. And I feel like most people who like hip hop, even the harder stuff, I feel like they still love this style as well. Yeah, I quite enjoyed it. Thought it was a little long, but I'm excited to go into their catalog. Like
Mm.
I'm very excited to see their old stuff. So if anybody has any suggestions, I would love to start there. But I'm gonna give this a 9 out of 10.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah,
9 out of 10.
9 out of 10. I think if it was a bit shorter, it would have been perfect.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. I definitely agree.
Hmm.
Yeah, I'm in the ballpark with you. I'm giving it a 9.5 out of 10. It is just a
Hmm.
smidge off perfect. It's like it's just too
Hmm.
long. It's just a little bit too long. If you
I
just
know.
condensed it a little bit, it's been the perfect album. But
Hmm.
I do get your point. Like the hardcore fans, I feel like they probably like the 20 tracks just because they want to listen to more De La Soul, especially because they don't. This is only their ninth studio album, and they started in the 90s or late 80s, I think, early 90s,
Hmm.
somewhere there. So like, it's not a lot. It's not a big body of work. So
Hmm.
um, I'm sure they would enjoy that. But yeah, 9.5, 9.5 for me, because it was a good album. It's a very good album. I'm so glad we like listened to this one. All right, so that was our discussion on Cabin in the Sky by De La Soul. So for next week, have a bit of a special episode for everyone. Next week, we are going to be doing a partial album review, but it's going to be a special episode because we will be interviewing the band Chasing Dragonflies for their upcoming new album release called Color Outside the Lines. So there's no set release date for that album just yet, but it will be sometime in early 2026. It's all ready to go. So we're going to have a bit of an interview question. The whole band will be on the podcast. Eric's going to take over for that episode, so it
I
should be
know.
really fun.
I gotta take out. Like I gotta really fill the boots here. You know.
It should be really fun. The whole gang will be here. For anyone that's going to be here at twitch.tv/ the Crossroads Music Podcast, we won't be here at that Twitch page. We'll be streaming over at twitch.tv/ chasing dragonflies. So if you have any questions, we will be checking the live chat. So feel free to throw in any questions or comments that you have in there, and we'll try to address those. But yeah, next week we're going to be on a different channel just for the interview episode, twitch.tv/ chasing dragonflies. But same time, Monday at 10 p.m. ET, 7 p.m. PT. But yeah, catch us on Spotify, Apple Music, all the places where you get your podcasts. Hopefully you enjoyed this week's episode because, man, that album was so good.
It
It's
was
so
great.
good.
It made me very happy.
Yeah,
So
so good. But yeah, thanks everyone for tuning in for another week. Hope to see you all next week for a special episode. And we will catch you all next time.